Hello guys, good morning and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I woke up extra early. It's currently 4:50 a.m. I am gonna be baking some blueberry muffins for my dad before he goes to work, so let's dive right in. I'll also include the recipe in the video so you can make it if you want. Okay, so now we have all the ingredients ready. I am gonna tell you guys the exact measurements. Okay, so for my recipe, it's gonna be enough for about 8 muffins, apparently. But it really depends on the size you make. So we'll first start off with 1 cup flour. Here we have 1 cup, and we're just gonna dump it in there. Now we are gonna be doing the method where it's called dry wet. We're gonna mix all the dry ingredients first, and then we're gonna pour the wet ones over it. We need 1/2 cup of sugar. Here's 1/2 cup. Or you could use 1/4 cup if you don't want them to be too sweet. Now we are gonna put the baking powder. We need 1 teaspoon. Here we are. Okay, that's 1 teaspoon. And then we're just gonna put it in there. And we need a pinch of salt. Now I do not have vanilla extract. Instead I have the powder. So I will be adding it with the dry ingredients. But if you're using vanilla extract, then you can then you have to like mix it with the wet ingredients. I'll use 1 teaspoon of this. And now we're just gonna whisk them together. It's just dry ingredients, so you'll need to like mix it a lot to combine it well. You can also fold it into each other, but I think whisking is better since it gets all of them like evenly spread. Now it looks like a bowl of flour. We're gonna start adding the wet ingredients. We're gonna start off with adding 1 egg. Now I'm gonna pour 60 milliliters of milk, but if you're using cups, then that's 1/4 cups of milk. For me, I'll add 60 milliliters. Hold on. There, we have 60 milliliters. And now I'll use 60 milliliters of oil, which is once again 1/4 cup of oil. Now we're gonna whisk it together. Mix it until it's well combined, until we have a smooth batter. And then we're gonna fold in our blueberries. So for this recipe, you will need a spatula, a whisker, and a bowl. And measuring cups, of course. That's it for the plates and dishes. Okay, now we finished whisking it together and we have a smooth batter. Now we're gonna use our spatula. We're gonna get our blueberries. Now I did wash these, I just didn't get them out of its little plastic container. For my amount, I'm using 3/4 cups, which is basically you get the 1/4 cup and you pour about 3 times in there. And now we'll just fold that in like this. We're not gonna mix, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna take the batter from below and then we're just gonna put it over. I don't know if you can see that clearly. It's really annoying to show on camera, but I'll show you. Hold on. As you can see, it's like you go over here and then you just fold. Like this, you fold. If you overmix, the batter won't be the same. It's not gonna be as firm. You know, everything like has its right amount of mixing and baking. So that's why using folding is the best option, because if you like whisk in the blueberries, some blueberries will like the juice of the blueberry might seep out. It might like blueberries might pop if you get it, and the muffin batter might get runny because of that water. Like fold it a few times until the blueberries are evenly spread through the batter. And we're done mixing. As you can see, we have a beautiful batter mixed with blueberries. Now what we need are cupcake wrappers. I think that's what they're called. And you'll need like the mold to hold them in place. I'll show you guys. Okay, so here's the thing we're gonna be holding our cupcake holders in. There are like steel, I think, or metal ones where you can like use, which are useful, but mine are one-time use. And I only have one, sadly, so if the batter's too much, then I might have to bake them in 2 times. I do have cupcake holders, but they're not transparent, or like they have designs on them, and I don't think like that's gonna be pretty. That's a hack I learned, so we're gonna use that. We need baking paper. So you basically just get a pair of scissors and your baking paper, as you can see. And from here, we're gonna cut a square off, a little square, enough, like the same size that we want. Like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let me get this out of the way. Right. And then now we will get our scissors again, and we're gonna cut a little line on each 4 sides, but not directly to the center. As you can see, just like this, but don't get it to the center. We should have something that looks like this. And we're gonna get this, and we're just gonna put it in. And that's it. Hold up, I think I made mine too small. Oh, it's good, it's good. Look how cute that is. It's like a little cupcake holder. Now I'm gonna make 6 more of these. And then later I will need to make another 6 when I go for the second row of baking, because I don't have enough these things, I don't know what they're called. Okay, now we're done. It's not holding its shape because it's light-weighted, but I'll pour the batter over it now, and it's gonna stay in place, hopefully. Here we have the batter. Also, while you are pouring your batter, make sure at least a little bit blueberry gets in each cup holder, at least like 3 to 5 blueberries. You know, you don't have to count exactly, but just make sure you got something in there. But now I'm gonna be using this to pour it because it's gonna make my job easier. Make sure you scrape off the edges with your spatula, like don't waste any, because a lot of it could get left behind, because it's like a thicker batter. There we go. Now we have all of this in here. So now we're going to be pouring it into these. Also, a little tip, don't fill the little cupcake holders all the way to the top with the batter, because they rise And sometimes while it's like a little bit like liquidy in the oven, and while it's rising, it could seep out and it will create a huge mess, causing like little bits to burn and smell bad. So like I feel it like three-quarter way through the cupcake holder. Look, we have just enough left for another 2. But we filled all the 6, so we're gonna be putting these into a preheated oven for, wait, let me check the recipe. Okay, sorry, we're gonna put them in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 18 to 25 minutes or until they puff up. I'm gonna be baking them for around 20 minutes, which is probably average. But keep an eye on them and don't let them burn. Also, it is really annoying to get like the bottom part of muffins cooked because the thick batter, like, how do I say it? Like, it's just like hard for the heat to reach there. So I like to move the iron rack 1 spot below the middle, so the bottom part can also bake. Okay guys, I came up with the idea for the remaining 2 muffins. Now I'm not gonna let the oven run for another whole 20 minutes just to bake 2 more muffins. If you ask me, that's just stupid. So I'm gonna get my 2 cupcake holders. I'm too lazy to make more. And I have this, it's the smallest size I have. And for my idea to hold them in place until they bake, I'll get some baking paper, wrap it up, and I'll put it between so it doesn't move. Guys, it's set. It looks so weird, but it'll have to do, honestly. So now I'm just gonna pour my batter in here, and this is the result if you want to see it. There we go. And now I'll just pop these in the oven, and when they're done baking, I'm going to show you guys. Okay guys, so they're officially done baking, and they're just they're like so pretty. Nothing happened. And also the way they baked up is like perfect. Like literally perfect. I'm gonna go grab a bowl and put them in. And for the other 2 you were wondering, they turned out like a little bit flatter. And it's alright as long as it's good, honestly. I will taste one of them and see how it looks. Okay, I'm gonna put the muffins into here. As you can see, look at that purple color on the edges. It's so cute. There we go. There we go. They're so pretty. Hold on. Look at that. So cute. Okay, now for the taste test. It's hot. Really hot. So we're gonna wait for it to cool down. If only you could smell the blueberry right now. It's like, I can't even explain it. It's like such a sweet smell, you know? Like, you could smell this all day. It kind of smells like grapes too, if I'm being honest, like grape juice, you know? Okay, hold on. That's so good. Wait, you should definitely make this. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video, and hopefully we can reach more views and I can bake more with you guys. I can show more daily experiences with you guys. So bye.